Welcome back to Scotty's Movies, and last night I got to see the new movie Weapons, and I'm going to let you know what I think of it. Okay, so welcome back to Scotty's Movies, and yeah, last night I watched Weapons, which is directed by Zach Krieger. I'm not sure if that's how you say it. Who was the director of Barbarian, which criminally doesn't have a physical media release. I saw that film and thought that was a great film. If it ever gets a physical media release, I will be snapping it up. But yeah, this is his, I think, follow-up movie. So what's Weapons about? So basically, you might have seen this in the trailer. So kind of one night at 2:17 a.m., all the kids except one from one class, like the school classroom, sort of get up out of the beds, go out the front door, and kind of run off into the night, and kind of that's it really. The next day, all the kids are missing, and questions turn to obviously the teacher. Who is Justine, played by Julia Garner, who was, I didn't realise this, but was the Silver Surfer in the new Fantastic Four movie. So yeah, all the parents obviously pointing the finger at her to begin with. And what the film does is kind of follows the point of view of several different characters, starting with Justine. And it kind of, it sees what they do, and you kind of it's a bit of a mystery really. You're kind of trying to solve what happened to these kids, and yeah, that's kind of how it kind of pans out. So you've also got there Josh Brolin as a character called Archer, who is the parent of a boy in the class that's gone missing, and you've also got Alden Ehrenreich, if that's how you say his name, who played Han Solo in obviously Solo. He plays a character called Paul, and he's a cop, and yeah, he has some interaction with Justine. You've also got Benedict Wong there, who's Wong in the Doctor Strange films and the Marvel movies, playing a character called Marcus, and he's the headmaster of the school. And you've got a couple of other characters as well, and it kind of gives you, like I say, a point of view of all these characters and how they all interact, and ultimately it builds to the last act, where you kind of find out what's going on, I suppose. So was the movie any good? Yeah, I really enjoyed this film. I don't think it's quite as good as Barbarian, but yeah, I really enjoyed it. I like the whole thing about following the characters and all the different points of view. You do get a few kind of repeated scenes. It's a bit like Groundhog Day, but it sort of all interacts ultimately, and it kind of builds to the end. And the one I waited for was the character Alex, who's the young boy that was the one remaining boy in the class as well. I thought ultimately, watching it, you're thinking we need to see it. We've seen what was his story, and yeah, that's what you're kind of waiting for in the movie. But yeah, it was a pretty good film. What I don't think it means to be an 18. It probably could have got away with a 15. I'm not quite sure why it was an 18. Was it scary? Not massively. There's a couple of minor sort of, you could say, jump scares in there. It's more creepy than anything else, but it is really good with it though. There is a bit of humour at the end. I did laugh out loud. Probably laughed out loud in this more than I did in at the end, more than I did in the Inside Naked Gun movie. But yeah, it's marketed as a horror movie. It's a pretty good horror movie, you could say. It is creepy. He's got, like I say, a couple of little scares in there, maybe. It depends what kind of horror movies you're into. It's more sort of creepy and thinking what the hell's going on. But I just really enjoyed it. I was sort of hooked in from the start. It didn't drag or anything. Even though you saw some points of view, like I say, interacting and like same thing a couple of times, it didn't really drag it out for me. And yeah, I really enjoyed it. So yeah, I want to give Weapons out of 10. I've given it an 8.5 out of 10. It is probably in my top 5 of the year now. Yeah, I'd definitely say it's one of my favourite films I've watched this year. It just kept me hooked, and yeah. So yeah, that's the end of this little review, really. So yeah, comment down below if you've seen Weapons and what you thought of it. Are you planning to go and watch it? If you have seen it, did you prefer this or Barbarian? If you've seen that as well. Yeah, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you soon for another review. Bye, guys.